Let's get in close. Let's get in close. Let's get in close. So we're headed there. And Mr. Brown, let me see. Let me see what 60 look like. Ooh-wee! Hi everybody, my name is G Brown the Lifestyle Changer. And
I'm Frederick Brown, the husband.
The birthday husband, right?
The birthday husband.
There you go. And you are hanging with the Browns. So he's a December baby. And I wanted to make him remember turning 60. Right?
Yeah.
Huh? Yeah. All right, so plan number one. Y'all know we like cruising. So, of course, it was going to be a cruise. And what I did was, we had the big boy suite. That's what I called it. Phenomenal room. And I'm instead of showing it over us, we're going to break away and just show you some highlights and stuff. Why, hi. Thank you for inviting us in. Let's look around. Look at us over here in the mirror. Come here with your fine self. So this is the suite for Mr. Brown turning 60. Yes, that is it. And then of course the bathroom is here. And then these are the closets. Hey y'all. All right, so now let's go to.
Why are you whispering?
Why I'm whispering? Because my mouth is right here, boo. So here we are, and yes, I had all of this covered, but for the video, we're taking it off. That is outside. I will show you. Let's pan the room. And what I didn't, look at how cute is that? What I didn't say is I bring my own sheet. And so these are from home, and then we have theirs as well. And what I like is that, look at that. This you can actually pull over. I don't know why he's not showing this. He making me do it all, y'all. Can I see your restroom, sir?
Of course.
And here is
Our rooms.
Oh, I'll get that coming out. And so you have the bathtub, and there I am. Double sinks, all of the space. And what he was talking about are the Royal Caribbean robe. Go on, put your robe on, baby. Let me check you out. You don't want to put it on? Yes. Can you show me your patio now? I got it. Go ahead. Now, y'all, let me just tell you about this weather. We are in Mexico. And
Docking now.
Yep, we're docking now. And then this is the patio. So you have the table and chairs. That's the docking ramp. And then over here you have the double chair. But y'all see all the water on there? Yes, it's been doing something else. And I need for you to stay to the end, and here's why. When you guys see the shock that I put him through, he gonna tell you about it. The dumbfoundedness is what I called it. And I captured that evening his raw emotions. And so I'm just gonna play that foot. Now, let me forewarn you, I was tired as all get out. And I was trying to stay with him with that moment, but he's gonna go ahead and share that. So what question, go ahead, ask me some questions on what I was doing, baby.
Well, for those of you that may have seen The Money Heist, it's playing on Netflix, and if you haven't, it's an excellent series to watch. And it just so happens that we finished the series just before getting on this ship. So all of that, the strategizing, the contingencies for different situations, I started playing a lot of things back in my mind. And my wife, I called her the professor. If you watch the series, you will see the professor is the one that orchestrated this money heist. And the contingencies and the way that they handled every situation, every foreseeable situation, and even some of the unforeseen situations, it was phenomenal. And when this happened, and because that was fresh on my mind, I looked at her. I was like, "You're the professor. You pull this thing off, right?" So here's the thing. And when it happened, I knew at that moment to make something like this happen, it took planning. This is not something that you can haphazardly do and get this kind of a group of people together in such a short notice. So that in itself told me there was some planning, right?
Okay, let me before you get too far, let me share some of the planning aspect. Number one, our travel agent Michelle, and I've shared her information. I'll have it down in the description of this video. When I say to you, she helped me pull this thing off. Okay, so first thing that I did was I said we decided we're going on a cruise. It's something that we like. How do I make the cruise different? It is the put us up. We normally do junior suites, but this time I said, nope, we're going all the way. So that was the first thing that we did. Now, you guys know that I no longer have my mom. If you don't know, now you know. And his mom is still with us. How do you celebrate 60 and not involve the person that brought you into the world? So I felt it was important for her to celebrate as well. In the past, we've just done 2 events. This year, we did the exact same thing. So, okay, so here we go. I booked the room, and we were on. Then I went to the family
Wait a minute,
and
hold
friends.
on. You
What?
booked the room back when? At the beginning of the year?
Yeah, the beginning of the year. We weren't even carnivores.
Right, right.
Yeah. So at the beginning of the year, we knew that this is what it is that we wanted, and I wanted to keep it as a surprise.
And the plan was just you and I.
Well,
Initially.
that's what you thought. It was you and I, but I was going to open it up to family and friends. And so that way I was able to talk about the cruise. I told him about the cruise. He just didn't know the rest. So now I've got the cruise book. I told our travel agent, Michelle, what my plans were. So now I go to the family and give them Michelle's information. And everyone except for one couple, everyone that I approached in regards to this is on this ship. So it's a group of 12. All right, so that was that. Then I knew that I wanted excursions. I wanted us to do things together so he will have lifelong memories with this, with his sibling, with his niece, with his brother-in-law, just everything. So I booked the excursion. Now wait a minute, y'all, I got something real funny to tell y'all. I booked the excursion, and I'm constantly telling him, listen, we're gonna do things differently, because he tries to pack at a minimal. He'll wear the same. Y'all look at our pictures, he got the same dang on thing on. Not I, said the fly. So this time I said, no, you're gonna do it differently. You're gonna dress up every day. And he looking at me, and I'm like, it's your birthday. Everything I kept saying, but it's your birthday. You can do this. You can do it. But I knew all of them were coming on the cruise, and then he would have really been, man, I wish I had brought some clothes. So this was my way of getting around it. So he would walk in the room, and I would be talking with the travel agent. And then, of course, he would walk in. How come every time I walk in the room, you whispering? What you whispering? I'm like, what do you mean, what am I whispering? I'm trying to play this thing off, and I'm saying to myself, I cannot wait till we get on a cruise, and I can let him know this is why I'm whispering. And so we had that going. Now I had everybody in t-shirts. So the t-shirts had to be designed, the t-shirts had to be delivered. He walked in on me in the t-shirt shop. I started talking about something crazy.
That was months ago.
Yeah, it was months ago.
But wait a minute. I'm texting you trying to find out where you were, and you disappeared. And I got getting irritated. And I'm like, come on now, we're supposed to be together. Why are you disappearing on me? Right.
And then I look at the guy, I forgot what I had said, and then just walked on out, and then I think I went and got my hair cut or something. So all of this sneaking and planning, and once again, could not have pulled it off without Michelle, the travel agent. Every thought that I had, the itinerary, all I had to do is reach her. She took care of everything. She helped with flights, travel from the airport, hotels. She did it all. And so So that is what he's talking about. But now we got to get closer to the event. The goal was for everybody to meet us at 10:45 because I wanted them there and him to walk up and everybody yell surprise. Y'all please tell me, because I kept talking about, you in the suite, you in the suite, you got the big boy suite. So now he want to get to the ship early.
Well, that's only because...
That was wrinkle number one.
What? No, that was because me not knowing what was being planned.
Oh, I know.
I know that there are some benefits that come with being in a suite, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I told you, I said, I'm getting up early. I want to take the advantage of every amenity available for us doing this, right? And I started getting irritated because she was dragging.
No, let's start by saying, I was saying to you, I understand you want to get there early, but you know, they are unloading the ship. So I don't want to get there so early where we just sitting and looking.
We had a 10:30 check-in time.
I know,
I told you
but
I wanted
this
to be
was
there at
still,
10:30.
this was me trying to get you not to get there too early. So I was trying to downplay it. So now that I knew you was locked in to getting there early, now I got to reach Michelle for her to reach everybody. The time has now changed. Y'all need to be there at 10:15. Now I'm taking them out of their time, but okay, 10:15. Now, this is the wonderful part. Now his raw emotions will be at the end because we came in here that evening and recorded. But now let's talk about, we're on our way down to Florida. And we in the car and I'm like, hey, happy birthday. I've been saying happy birthday every day. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday, just cheering you on. And we're at the hotel and now I have to start slowing him down. He said I'm the professor, monkey wrench number one. One of the couple's family members were staying in a hotel right across the street from us. So I just so happened to text them and, you know, okay, where are you guys? As soon as she said it, I looked up because we were pulling out of the driveway. I looked up and I'm like, oh my God, the hotel is right there. Hopefully they, you know, stay put. Then I receive a text that another family member is actually in the hotel where we are. So this becomes the Ocean's 11 and Ocean's 12 and the money heist that he's talking about. Because, all right.
And she's trying to keep me put, y'all. I mean, we got there to Florida a little early, and we were going to eat. First, we went to the mall and bought a couple of items on my birthday, right? So we go to the mall, and she doesn't have a purse. She doesn't have any money, but she wants to go buy something on my birthday for herself. Anyway. anyway, so
you just had to throw that in. But these memories, these your memories.
Yeah. So we went by Wendy's, right? And get my patties where we do, and
taught another person that worked there how to order off the side menu.
Yeah, we did. That was a lesson for them, and then you know we got ready to leave. I figured we were done. You know, have my one meal for the day, and she wanted to stop and get some hot dogs to take back to the room. And I'm thinking to myself, why are you trying to get hot dogs to take back to the room? We just ate. You didn't, you know. Anyway, you know, she just started doing a few things that started irritating me, and me not understanding why.
Why did I get the hot dog?
Well, I know why you got the hot dogs.
Well, tell them why I got the hot dog.
Well, can you let me finish my story?
Oh, okay. Go ahead. Tell your story.
All right. So, so you want to stop and get the hot dogs? That's fine. We get the hot dogs, and she said, I got you one. I'm like, I ain't asked for no daggone hot dog. You know, I ain't want no hot dog. She got me a hot dog anyway. So again, I'm getting irritated. Why are you spending unnecessary money, right? Even though it's a lie, it's just something about that.
Y'all welcome to my world.
Yeah. You just throw money away. I don't like that. But so we got the hot dog. We got on back to the room, and then we finished watching the Money Heist. Is what I'm saying.
I think the last two episodes.
The last 2 episodes, we watched the Money Heist, and it was phenomenal, right? And then, you know, and her phone kept dinging, and I'm like, okay, I'm really getting irritated listening to this phone ding, you know. So we got on through the night, got up the next morning, and her phone.
Now, why did I get
ding,
the hot
ding.
dogs though?
Can you let me finish?
Oh.
So ding, 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 ding. The phone is going off early in the morning. I'm getting irritated. I'm like, okay, let's go to breakfast. She don't want to go to breakfast. You know, she's slow dragging. I got to do my hair. I got to do this. Got to do that. I'm like, I told you what time I wanted to go. Now it's my birthday. I said, it's my birthday. What are you doing? You know, I'm really getting irritated.
Okay, pause right there.
Okay,
Pause
I
right there.
gotta finish my story. I gotta
Okay,
finish my
all
story.
right, go ahead.
So I'm really getting irritated, right? And she dragging. Everything was a drag. She kept slow rolling, and she come out of the bathroom. Well, how this look? Well, how this? I'm like, scratching my head. And I'm like, okay, it looks fine. I'm ready to go. You really upsetting me, and I'm really trying to stay calm because I figure
But you
I've
didn't say
already
that to
said
me.
no. I'm saying playing this in my mind because I'm really trying to stay calm. I'm like, it's my birthday. I'm not trying to get on the ship, angry because you slow rolling. And I told you what I wanted to do, and it's my birthday. Follow me. Quit that crap. So she kept on and kept on and getting up to the moment. So after the moment, we'll come back and fill in the details. But after the moment, I started playing everything back, and okay, it makes sense why she was doing it. She was trying to keep me in the room. She was trying to control the situation because there were other people out, and she didn't want me to run into them. But that was unbeknown to me at the time it was happening, right? But when I played everything back, it made sense of what she did, why she did it. That's why I called her the professor. You gotta watch the Money Heist because everything was planned, everything was meticulously planned to a T. And she played it out because I was throwing some monkey wrenches in there. I didn't know. I was throwing some monkey wrenches. I'm trying to do some stuff, and she's trying to keep me under control from running into people, right? Because I wanted to go to breakfast early in the morning. She knew that my cousins and her husband
We're in the hotel.
were downstairs, and they were eating breakfast, and they trying to coordinate to not run into me, and that was.
Okay, so the hot dogs was just in case later on, if he say even though he had his one meal a day, y'all know when we're on vacation we'll eat more than one time. So I got the hot dog. You can throw it in the microwave. This is to keep you in the room. And I was like, let's just cuddle. Let's just finish watching this. Let's just do some adult things. Let's just stay in the room. So now the next morning, we are down to the wire. I have to get everybody. Remember, he's trying to leave, so I'm trying to get them there by 10:15. They're texting me saying my shuttle doesn't leave until 10:30. I'm like, oh Lord. We had one couple that drove all night, and then her text said we 2 hours away, and I'm like, 2 hours away, baby, you finna miss this. But the text was supposed to be 20 minutes away. I'm like, oh Lord. Then just set my nerves off. So now he's steady trying to go. He wants to go down to the car. I text the people that's in the hotel. I said, okay, he headed down. She said, good thing you text. We was just getting ready to go to breakfast. I'm like, stay in the room. Then when he makes it back, okay, it's clear. You can go down now to breakfast. And then they had to get on the shuttle. Theirs was the first one to leave early.
And remind you, when all this is happening, all I'm hearing is that phone. Ding, 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 ding. Right, text messages, back and forth. And then she threw her daughter.
Wait, that's the part I got to get. Wait. So when he went downstairs, I'm sitting here. What can I tell him? Y'all, I am moving really slow. I'm even blow drying my hair. I don't even blow dry my hair. I'm like doing all kind of things. So when he make it back.
You standing in the shower, just standing there.
Oh, wait, yeah, wait. I'm in the shower. I'm just standing there. I done finished washing. I done finished doing everything, and I'm just wasting time and water, just standing there letting the water pour on me, hoping he don't walk in like, what you doing now? So when he came back, I ended up saying, I said, listen, you really messing this surprise up. Our daughter, see, we used to live in Florida, all right? Prior to being married, so this was over 20 years ago, we lived there, but the people that she went to high school and her friends are still there. So then I done made up this elaborate story, y'all. I done turned around and said that the grandkids and our daughter had a birthday surprise for him, and they reached out to Kristen, who lives in Florida. He knows of Kristen, which is my daughter, one of her best friends, and she is delivering a gift to him before he gets on the ship. And now he's
at
looking
the terminal.
At the terminal. I said, so I'm not trying to get to
that set me off.
Oh yeah. Wait, I said, I'm not trying to get to the terminal before she gets there, and I'm just standing outside looking. And then he said, why you didn't have her to deliver it to the hotel? Okay, wait a minute. And then that's when he left. So when he came back, I said, while you were gone, I reached out and told her, bring it to the hotel. That was a very good idea. Now I'm thinking to myself, I can keep you at the hotel longer so the people can move forward. And then the text message came in that the cousin that was in the hotel has finally left the hotel. And then he's like, we get ready to miss breakfast. I was like, okay, well, come on, let's go to breakfast. And now, pew, I'm moving fast now. So, pew, we downstairs, we're eating breakfast, and all is well, because I know that everybody is headed that way, phone still dinging. And then I turned around and said, look here, I don't know what's taking the gift so long to get here, but they just going to have to give it to us when we get off the ship, because now I'm ready to go, because everything is clear now. Y'all, when I say to you, and I'm trying to hold a straight face, now we are at the ship port. Oh, and one more thing. I got everybody lime green neon shirts so I can see them. And it had, I'll show a picture of it. Here, let me move over. Here's the picture of the shirt right here, right? And as you can see, it said Coco Cay and the Bahamas. We're gonna tell you about that in a minute. He's parking the car, and then I see the family walk by in the shirts. So then I tell him, I get out of the car and I say, hey, this is a better parking space over here. Back up over here. And he looking at me. I said, yeah, look, it's much more room. So now he backs up. I'm watching them walk by, and then I say, no, wait, you done parked crooked. I'm steady trying to buy time.
I'm getting irritated, y'all. She's messing my day up.
And I'm turning around and I'm saying, park it straight. So then he park again. He looking like, this shit ain't crooked. I mean, this ain't crooked. I'm like, oh, yeah, you did a good job. You did a good job. Whew. Okay. At this point, everybody but two people are in the terminal. And even though you're not supposed to videotape, our niece captured the moment. Now you pick it up, because I'm relieved.
No, we're getting ready to walk through security, and we were over in the left-hand entry, and I saw an opening to the right of us. No, let's come over here.
So there was 4. The family was going through this one to the far right. They were like 30 seconds ahead of us. We were standing at this one to go in. I got him the furthest away from them. He saw that this one was open. He go, and I'm looking, and I'm like, because they hadn't made it, they weren't ready, but he never saw them.
Wasn't looking for them. Never saw them.
I know. And now
we go through.
Go ahead.
We go through. I grab my bag, grab my things, and I happened to look up, and I saw my mother, and my mouth. I was like, they drove this far to see us off? It never registered that they were already through security and that they were on the ship. So, it just didn't make sense to me.
So I need y'all to hear what he said. He felt like, oh, wait, this is a good pause. Keep in mind, December 3rd, now, all of this is happening on December 14th of us getting on the ship. On December 3rd, the family held an event for him. We went to a restaurant, and they showered him with gifts. And in his mind, this is what the family's doing for him on his 60th birthday. And now, wait, everybody is already booked for the cruise. That was the event. I told him, I said, hey, I got Christmas presents for everyone, but I don't want them to open it until Christmas. I literally packed Christmas gifts for everybody, and then, but inside of the certain people, they had their t-shirts for the event. So he knew I was taking Christmas presents, and I'm passing presents out, and I'm telling everybody, y'all can't open them here.
All under my nose.
Wait till you get home, and you all can open it, or wait for Christmas, put it under your Christmas tree, and we plan it down. And then he wants the family, not necessarily on this trip, but he wants to plan a family event. And what was your brother-in-law saying to you?
Yeah, I've been trying to do this for a while, and my brother-in-law kept saying that, cruising was for him. He was done with it. He was, and I'm trying to figure out what ship he was on. And I saw he was on the smallest ship. He was talking about the roughness of the water. I was like, you need to be on the larger ship. I said it'll sail a lot smoother, and you won't have some of the issues that you experience on a smaller ship. And you know, even at the event, he was talking about he was done with it, and I kept trying to convince him, and they were playing me all along.
No, you got to tell this.
They were playing me all along.
I'm sitting next to him, and my husband pulls up the Royal Caribbean ships, the different
the fleet of ships,
the different categories. And then I told him, I said, go on over there and show him. And so he goes over there to talk to the brother-in-law. But then I wasn't expecting that conversation to take that long. He going on. Now we texting each other. Now he and I, the family. I'm like, look at them over there. He trying to get him on the ship with him. Like everything is
It wasn't
booked.
for the birthday trip. It was just for a trip in general, right? To go
and
with
the
my sister.
brother-in-law was just playing it down. He was like, man, I really didn't, you know, I wasn't real crazy about it, and so on and so forth. And then I didn't help any bit, because I get in the car and I'm like, you know what? How come they keep booking stuff and not involving us? Now tell them what you thought.
Yeah, and I say, you know what? That's pretty sad. Nobody likes my wife. Nobody wants to be around her. I'm like, they don't want to be around her. That's why we can't get them on the trip, right? It's because of her. They don't want to be around her.
But he ain't share that with me. He told me that once we got on here. He said, oh, I'm so glad, because baby, I thought they didn't like you. 20 years in, he's like, they must didn't like you. We couldn't get them on the cruise. That thing was fun.
Yeah. So, you know, I go through security and look up, and I see my mother, I see my sister, I see my niece and my brother-in-law.
I got him. Uncle Fred! Happy birthday! Happy 60th birthday!
And I'm like, I'm dumbfounded, right? There's no way. Why would they drive this far just to say? I just saw them like last week. Why would they come this far just to say, you know, wish us well, bon voyage, wish us well on the cruise? You know, that just didn't make sense to me. And it wasn't registering that they were going to be on the cruise. It was not registering.
So that footage that you guys will see, he was clueless.
Yeah.
He thought they was there to tell him, have a good trip. They didn't drove all the way down to Florida to say, have a good trip.
Yeah.
Boy, that means I was doing some planning. You hear me?
Yeah.
And then we go around the corner, and then you see friends. And it's like, no way. And then I said, well, hold on. We still waiting on some more. Some more? Y'all.
Cousins, friends. It was amazing. It was amazing. It blew me away. So at that point, you know, because of some of the benefits we get with embarkation, I was like, I don't want any of that.
We just want none of it. So all the stuff he was rushing his ass,
rushing to do. Yeah, we didn't do, right? I was with the family.
Yeah, he was supposed to go this way to get the benefits, and he was like, man, bump the benefits, I'm going over here. So we ended up like with the family and stuff like that. And I think, for his birthday dinner, we all dressed in white. We had an all-white event, and overall,
and the cake.
Oh, y'all have to pay attention, because this is another thing that I planned. Because we're carnivores, and y'all already know, cake. I had them to make him a meat cake. I told them to take ground beef in the number 60 with a candle, and we cut the cake.
Oh, it's good.
Oh, it was real good.
Hamburger.
Oh, yeah, it was hamburger. And we cut the cake and gave everybody some. We passed it out just like it. We got video footage of that as well. What else? So then, of course, when everybody showed up in all white, he's like, once again, it took some planning. And then we had an excursion. So let me tell you the funny part about the shirt. The shirt, of course, is happy 60th birthday to Frederick, right? And it has Coco Cay and the Bahamas. And due to the weather.
And a picture of me. Everybody walking around with a picture of me on their shirt. So we got like 12 pictures of me walking, and I felt like a celebrity, y'all. I felt like I was somebody important. Yeah.
I love that. I love that. And so, but we ended up not going to either one of those stops.
Because of the
Due
weather.
to the weather, we ended up going all the way down to Costa Maya, Mexico, which was great. But that's the funny part about these shirts now.
Yeah.
We didn't visit either one of the places. So this shirt was supposed to be memorabilia, and now it's an inside joke.
Yeah.
that only we'll know in regards to. But he's right. They can be pajama shirts. They can be anything. But they all take a piece of you home with them.
Yeah. And I just want to say that it was out of the 60 birthdays that I've had, I really took some time trying to reflect back, and I can't think of one that was better than this one. And they pulled this thing off. They kept this secret for over a year. And
Right under a year.
Right, yeah. And part of their strategy was they played me. I'm not kidding. They played me. They were throwing little bones. They kind of made me think that nobody wanted to do this, and they just wouldn't participate, and I just gave up. And like, okay, it just be my wife and I, which is oftentimes that's what it is, So it was no big deal to me, and but they got me. They got me, and I was on such a high. I think it was like 2 days later, and my adrenaline started, coming down, and I felt myself getting exhausted because I was on such a high for so many days, and it has been awesome. It has been awesome, and also, I have to say that it also gave us some extra time. Again, we've already had conversations. We told you guys about conversations with my family about being on this carnivore diet, and my mom is talking about rashes on her hand and her feet are swelling, and so it gave us an opportunity to even talk more about it at dinner, and cousins who are listening and watching, and they're seeing our transformation, and even if you just help one person, and I also want to say we also did a video recently, Carrie Mann versus the Browns, and we talked about Carrie's experience on the ship and what our experiences are. And then we had some people in the comment, that said that they don't want to be around strangers, and they would rather be with friends.
But I've never met a stranger.
Yeah, that's true. But one of the things that you can't get the word out. You can't spread this if you keep it to yourself. Right, that's one of the reasons why we do
this, meaning the carnivore diet.
Yeah, the carnivore diet. So that's one of the reasons why we like doing this, like being able to talk to people that are outside of our family, and it turns out that we now have been talking to a multitude of people, on every cruise that's outside our family, and then on this one, it enabled us to even add more to our family's discussion as well. So this is really an opportunity, and if you look at it like you don't want to be around strangers, then you're being selfish. When if you think about what Carrie is doing, he's not being selfish, right? He's trying to spread it to a mass or multitude of people. And how do you reach that multitude of people? One way is to do what he's doing, to make a documentary, and another way, we're like foot soldiers. We're out on the ground, right? We're foot soldiers.
Living the life,
living the life and talking to people. And sharing our experiences. So that's what we do, and that's what we enjoy doing, and it's different, and we respect anybody that don't want to do it or don't care to do it, but we're just sharing with the way we do it and what we like doing. So.
Yeah. Oh wait, you had a birthday. Well, it's a lot of birthday twins on here. We ran into a young lady. She was turning 40 and he was turning 60. They took a picture and stuff together. So let me just tell you.
We actually turned on the same day.
Yeah, it was that day.
That
It was y'all birthday that day. So normally you guys know I kind of put the footage up, but what we're going to do, I hope you guys enjoy. Are you finished? You pretty good? You sure?
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope you guys enjoy some of this footage that we are showing you. And remember, at the very end is that evening that we came up here to record because I could not get him to go to sleep.
Yeah.
He was just like,
I was worried.
Like, yeah. And my brain, because it was finally out, all the texting, all the everything, my brain was fried. But I was so wound up, I still couldn't go to sleep. It was like 2 o'clock in the morning.
It's one thing that also makes sense. A while ago, she was talking about some of the medical issues that she was having with her body breaking out, and I kept telling her it was stress. She kept saying she wasn't stressed, but now in hindsight, when we reflect on what was happening, she was stressed trying to coordinate this, right? Stress, it was stress, it was subconscious stress, right? And that's one of the reasons I think you were experiencing some of what you were experiencing.
Well, we'll know because I got my biopsy coming back. But I will say this, that I did not, I enjoyed the planning because you deserve this and so much more. I love you. I love sharing my life with you. That right there, no, I'm not doing anything to that magnitude. This was it.
Yeah.
Because you walking in, telling me, why you whispering? How come every time? And I'm like, I'm not whispering. What are you talking about? I had to be deceitful. And there's certain things that you couldn't talk about because nonchalant, I could turn around and say, oh, well, we on a cruise, we'll do, and I would have let it out. So
and he even borrowed one of our friends from coming to the house, the one that's on the cruise. She had to borrow him from coming to the house because he came there one day and he made some comment. And
that you turned around, like he said, so when I'm on a cruise with you, and then he asked a question, so then later, Frederick asked me, he said, what do you mean when he on the cruise with us? I'm like, that's James. I don't know what he meant. As soon as he asked me that, I wrote, James, you cannot even come to the house no more. You can't hold water. You're not going to blow this for me. I borrowed that joker from coming to the house. And so on the cruise, I said, now you're more than welcome to come on back. Because they shoot pool and stuff together, I blocked all of that. I said, you can't hold water. And I've gone too far. Oh, wait, and this was really funny. We were on our way down to a cruise, and you booked something for me, right? And it was supposed, I guess you was going to have it as a secret. You wasn't even a good 3 weeks in.
I told him.
But wait a minute, y'all. He said, babe, I got something to tell you. And when he said that, when I say to you, I instantly got angry. I really did, because I thought he was getting ready to say, I know about this cruise you're doing. And I looked at him and said, what?
Yeah.
And he kind of looked back at me. He said, I booked a cruise to, wait, where was the cruise? It was going somewhere we've never been before.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay. Later, we started talking about that. And I said, he said, you looked at me like I was going to ask you for a divorce. I said, no, I looked at you like whoever it was that's got this secret out, they finna get kicked off the boat. And it better not have been changed.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was one of those, honey. I was getting, don't get me started. Don't get me started. Okay, so enjoy the rest of this. Thank you guys for hanging out with the Browns.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Frederick. Happy birthday to
Once again.
I got him. Uncle Fred! Happy birthday! Happy 60th birthday!
Hey, not in the lobby.
Stop following me. I'm trying to get back. You walk this way. Walk by the family. I'm just doing a video. It's a video. Y'all can keep moving. There you go. Dance with your mama. Thank you. Hey! And look at my niece. My niece will help a donk off the swing. What happened?
Thank you. I told you one of these days I'd get over here with you. I told you one of these days I'd get over here with you, bro.
Yeah, man. Happy birthday.
You okay?
Hey, Mom. Yeah. Don't kidding me.
Yes.
Hey.
We got you. Happy birthday. You have worked.
60 guys.
360.
Mr. Frederick. Mr. Fred, huh? Are you ready? I have my spicy boys and a hot chef. Okay. Gonna perform for you tonight. Okay, especially for you. Are you ready, guys? Yep. In English, huh? At a count of 3. 1, 2, and 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Frederick. Happy birthday to
You gotta stand on it. That's crazy.
I need to know the brand.
True carnivore style.
Ice water.
Ah.
Wait, I get an element?
Yep.
I'm not gonna mix it right now. There's little few ice cubes. Hold on.
Everything went well, though.
It did. It did.
So at 5 o'clock, we meet at
Come on.
the tree.
Come on. Go ahead. You just be in it.
Sorry, guys.
I got the ship behind y'all. Hey. I'm interviewing you.
Really?
All right, so day 1 on the ship. It was, look at that. See my baby? In how many hours?
1 hour and 7 minutes.
And you'll be?
6-0.
All right.
The
so,
60.
But, how was today?
Amazing. Amazing. I don't know if any of you guys have ever seen the Netflix series Heist. If you haven't, please watch it. I highly recommend watching that show. And my wife, she pulled off a heist. I tell you.
I was the professor.
She was the professor. You got to watch the heist to understand what we're talking about if you've seen it.
Mm-hmm.
This heist has been planned for almost a year, unbeknownst to me. She planned every detail, every intricate detail, meticulously laid out and flawless. She was flawless with the plan. I was really impressed. I was blown away. And what I'm talking about specifically,
Mm-hmm.
my understanding of what this trip was about was just she and I enjoying one another on a 5-day cruise.
Happy birthday.
That was it. So we get to the port we're just doing what we do. Well, let me back up for a second. I really got irritated this morning because we're in a suite. So with being in the suite, there are some
perks and benefits.
Absolutely, perks and benefits that comes with that, right? And I wanted to be able to take the advantage of every perk, every benefit from start to end, right? So I had already, and we were scheduled to board at 10:30 a.m. I wanted to be there at 10:30 a.m. No ifs and buts about it. I told her I was getting up at 8 a.m. and I wanted to be ready. I wanted to be out of the hotel. I wanted to be at the terminal to check in by 10:30 a.m. so that I could reap all the benefits of being in a suite. And normally we're in junior suites or balconies. But this time, because it's my birthday, we did a little extra.
I got him the big boy suite.
Right. So again, I'm excited and ready to go. And this morning, she procrastinated so much. It was irritating me.
But you did really well. You did really well.
I tried. I'm like, it's my birthday. I'm really not trying to get upset, but I'm getting a little irritated with you and your slowfulness.
But here's the thing. Why was I slowful?
Well, like I said, it's part of the heist, part of the big plan. Y'all, she had 10 of my family members and friends. 10. I kid you not.
They're all from North Carolina.
But here's...
Flew, drove, hotels.
So we're getting through security, right? And finally got there, getting through security, and
now this was what funny to me.
Yeah, I look up, getting through. I look up, I see my mom, my sister, my brother-in-law, my niece, and I'm looking. I'm like,
now this is what's funny.
Because it didn't dawn on me. Because I'm looking at this like they came this far to
Bon voyage.
Yeah, to say farewell. You know, have a nice trip. On my birthday. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me.
Y'all, he never thought that they was getting on the cruise.
It didn't even dawn on me that they had already gone through security, right? And see these shirts we got on? They had the same shirts on, right? So I'm looking, and I'm trying to figure out what's really going on. You know, so I'm thinking that, you know, they're there to just send us off, say farewell, have a nice trip.
And drive back home to North Carolina.
Yeah.
Who knew?
Yeah. I was blown away, y'all. I was really blown away. And then it gets better. Because it wasn't just the 5 I just mentioned, right? Turns out...
cousins came out the woodwork.
Yeah. Turns out we had 2 friends also.
Best friends for us.
Yeah, best friends, longtime friends. And they were there. Who knew, right? And then my wife was trying to get us all seated together before we boarded because we were kind of early. And of course, they had to make sure everyone
was early.
Disembarked, right? So we was waiting before they started embarkation. Well, my wife said, we're still waiting on 2 more. I said, 2 more? Who else? A long-time cousin and her husband. 2 more cousins.
So, what I think for
Blew me away.
My husband has pretty much been speechless today. Yeah. And I think the best part is you felt loved.
Oh, it was more than that. Words can't even express what I felt, y'all. You know, I've pretty much been kind of a loner all my life. I mean, having people around is great, but if I'm by myself, I ain't got no problem with that. You know, a lot of times it's just my wife and I. You know, oftentimes, and I'm good with that. You know, I'm good with that. But today, on the day before my birthday, to see so many family and friends rise to the occasion, and us doing this as often as we do, I know the expense that's involved. So it was humbling to me to see that each of them invested in making this journey on my behalf. It blew me away. It blew me away. Some flew. I know we used to fly when we would come down here. I know it's expensive. You know, some drove. I know that you still gotta buy gas. You still gotta pay for parking, right? You still, and they come the day before, you still got hotels. It can be expensive. I know this. So I was so humbled to see them invest in an opportunity to share this special day with me. My wife did it, y'all. Go watch Heist. She is the professor.